Hello everyone, thank you for stopping by. Welcome to another edition of JB the Mentor. If you're familiar with this show, you're accustomed to me talking about fathers and talking about men and finding a way to see yourself through the responsibilities that men and fathers share. So one of the things I want to focus on in this particular show is the responsibility that one should have when you're co-parenting. So the backdrop that they never tell you about dad's co-parenting is simply this. When you are co-parenting, you are made to believe that you have to put up with a lot of nonsense, that you have to tolerate being disrespected, you have to accept it, you have to love it, and ask for more. And if you do all of these things, it will mean that you will get to spend time with your children. It'll mean that you're being a good man and a good dad. And that's totally wrong. What you have to do is make sure that you spend a great deal of time ensuring that you receive respect. If you're not respected, you're no help to yourself and you're no help to your family. It simply comes down to this one principle. When you are ensuring that your borderlines are not crossed, that the respect that you need and deserve is not tampered with, you begin to see results that you need. A woman can only go as far as you allow her to go. That's it. So when you're negotiating for your self-respect, understand that there's never negotiation. There's just an understanding that she is going to comply to some basic things. Understanding that you have value, understanding that you're the father, understanding that there are conversations that must take place between you and her that are in reference to the children. But number one, and most importantly, her understanding that she's not going to walk over you, she's not going to talk over you, she's not going to belittle you or dehumanize you because she gave birth to your children. And that you are going to make sure that at all times, your rights as a man are never expunged. Your rights as a man are never deleted. Your rights as a man should always be respected. And you are the gatekeeper of how you're supposed to be treated. And if you do these things and understand those principles, the life that you are seeking, the relationship that you're seeking to have with your children and the mother of your children, it will begin to blossom because she'll understand there's only but so far that she can go in the grand scheme of things. Yes, it is extremely important to show her respect, but it's also extremely important for you to be respected. And when that respect comes into play, other dynamics come into play. When you decide that everything is going to be determined on how much respect you receive, you'll be on your way to a winning hand. So some of you may say, JB, it's easier said than done. How do I get to a space and a place where the mother of my children respect me? And it's simple. Do not allow her or any woman to cross lines. And it simply looks like this. If you know that you're uncomfortable with her doing X, Y, and Z, you don't push the line back in the sand. You keep the line in the sand and you say, at this juncture, we can't talk. At this juncture, we can't negotiate. At this juncture, we cannot communicate because you are not respecting the boundaries that I have put in place. That when those boundaries are in place, everything else follows suit. No boundaries, no joy, no happiness, no cooperation. Respect breeds cooperation. If you want that cooperation, then you're going to have to make sure that when you say no, no means no, yes means yes. And we don't even talk about whether or not you can erase some of this. Because this is not about erasing. This is about cooperation. This is about understanding that I'm an equal stakeholder. And an equal stakeholder has power of the veto. And what is the veto? You deciding that you're not going to be mistreated. You deciding that you determine the value that you have. You deciding that when it comes to somebody writing a narrative about the father and the man that you want to be, that's going to come at your hands and at your penmanship and at your own narrative that you created. No one is going to do that for you. So allow me to sum all of this up. It is good to be respectful to mom. It is great to understand that there are boundaries when you're dealing with the mother of your children. But it's excellent and extraordinary to make sure that the mother of your children respects you. And when you have respect, you have a number of things that will follow suit. So from this point on, don't ask for respect, demand respect. And if you can't demand it, then take it. But you're not going to be able to achieve anything as a man or as a father if you're waiting for her to determine how much you're worth in the dynamics and the relationship of your own children. My name is JB the Mentor, and as I always say, love yourself, love your community, be the change that you want to see. Remember to drop comments below, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, press that bell in the middle so that when new content is released, you'll be the first ones to receive it. And men, it's not a fantasy of living in a world where the mothers of your children respect you. But it's a reality when you decide your own worth and how you want to manipulate and move around in this life.